head of school for Augusta Prep, and it's a great day to celebrate two fun events. If you are a member of the class of 2024 and you are in the audience, will you come forward? Is anybody from the class of 2024 in the audience, will you come forward? Awesome. So today, the first thing we are celebrating, a year ago at commencement, the class of 2024 gave a gift to the community. And it's an amazing gift. They really didn't know what the end part would be. And so over the last year, the last installation to the monument is a gift from the class of 2024. First, I want to thank the class of 2024. I want to thank the Roger Giles Institute for Inquiry and the scholarship funds that have come from that helped also augment the building of the monument. I especially want to thank the artist and creator of this installation, and that is Eric Miller, one of our finest of the garage. Would you please give him a round of applause? So for the past year in this monument, there's been a little brick floor. And I think the intent has always been that when graduates finish at Augusta Prep, this is their last threshold that they would cross over. And that would be a marker, especially this coming week, where a photo would be taken. And it would be a very nice way to remember the community. What stood here prior to this monument was a tree. And under that tree, people enjoyed the shade and the community over generations. So I think this speaks very nicely to the new shade we have. Over the school year, watching students study here, watching students assemble or just use it as a space to come together as community is very special. So with that in mind, class of 2024, and fake drum roll from the audience, please. Would you please pull back and unveil? Awesome. We want to take a picture with you guys here if we could. Chris, would you get a picture of this group with them? Yeah, we guys be right there. Thank you, class of 2024. So the real reason we are assembling here is for a man who has spent 47 years teaching at Augusta Preparatory Day School. That is a phenomenal accomplishment, especially in today's generation, where when you work someplace, usually it's for 4 or 5 years and you move to the next location, and that is not true. Steve Boyd joins us today with 47 years at this institution. It was his very first job. His very first job in his career. That was not his only job of being a teacher, though. Steve Boyd has touched this community in extraordinary ways. His enthusiasm for history translates to everyone that is standing here. Generationally, you love history because of what Steve Boyd has done for you within the classroom. How he has challenged students, how he has cared for students, how he has nurtured students. So what's Steve Boyd do when he's not at Augusta Prep? He grades papers. He does more than that. He enjoys being on the golf course. He enjoys really watching baseball and the Braves. But in true care and compassion as an educator, he grades with care. He gives genuine comments to students to help them grow and learn. And that's the heart of being an educator. Now, Steve Boyd has done more than being a teacher in the classroom. He has been an athletic director. And if you walk the hallways of the athletic hallway, you will see Steve Boyd's name in recognition of honoring other athletes. An amazing accomplishment. In your future years, Steve, I know that you will help touch our students still because you're not giving up the classroom thoroughly. You will still teach a couple of classes for us next year. And thank you. Our current students so care for having time to still be with you and challenge and face the AP. You're not leaving us. You're transitioning to the next stage of you, and you will be an archivist for us. And no other person at this institution can name where graduates are better than you. Literally, you can name where graduates have come. Steve, if you would you come to the podium and share words with us? Please welcome Steve Boyd.
Technically, I've been teaching for 6 decades, if you think about it, because I started in the fall of '78. But this is just a few ideas that I jotted down to share with everybody. In case you were not aware, I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and attended Davidson College, which proudly touts Jack Hall, Derek Willard, Jonathan Stroud, Andy Jives, and a number of my former students, along with some guy that you may have heard of named Steph Carey, go Wildcats, Davidson. What I'm going to start with is an excerpt from the Davidson College E-News of February 2025. Davidson College students have many meaningful experiences, but perhaps none is greater than learning each day from exceptional teachers. Davidson faculty members are committed to student success, and it goes far beyond the classroom. They attend their sporting events, they watch them perform in plays, and they offer extended office hours when the need is present. After Davidson, our graduates often count professors among their closest friends and mentors. Well, hopefully I have carried that tradition with me to Augusta Preparatory School, now Augusta Preparatory Day School, and that most of my students would view me in a similar fashion to the way that Davidson students still continue to view their teachers, and also might add the way that our students tend to view a lot of their teachers here at Augusta Prep. I also hope that by both challenging my students and supporting them to meet that challenge, that they have been far better prepared for college than I was in 1973. I had taken multiple advanced level courses at East Mecklenburg High School, but when I arrived at the Davidson campus, I was woefully unprepared, and it took a little while to learn how to study and how to excel. Anyway, I was an Eagle then too, East Mecklenburg Eagles, and they were blue and gold, just like Augusta Prep was blue and gold. But I'd never had to wear an Eagle uniform when I was in high school. As I now step away from full-time teaching to focus on telling Augusta Prep's story from its genesis in 1960 to the present, and as we gather around this beautiful space right here, and even to continue to tell the story in the future as the school archivist, I will be, as Eric said, I will be teaching a class or two. But I would right now like to thank Cabell Hayward for taking a chance on an inexperienced but also very inexpensive teacher back in 1978, and my numerous colleagues and administrators who over the years have lent their guidance and support both from the early stages of my time at Augusta Prep and even to today, literally to today, when faculty were helping me to do some items for upcoming graduation. I would also like to express my appreciation to the members of the Augusta Preparatory and also the Augusta Preparatory Day School Board of Trustees, accounting before and after the merger, some of these trustees are my former students, but for their time, their vision, their gifts to the school, and also to the prep parents. I'm glad to see some prep parents in the audience as well, who have and will continue to give constant support to the school, and also thank them for entrusting their children to come so that teachers like I have the opportunity to teach them. In conclusion, I especially want to thank my students, some of whom have allowed me the privilege to teach and coach their own children. They have made the last 47 years of teaching, coaching, attending games, matches, plays, and choral concerts not a job, but a labor of love. Actually, Eric, I never had a job. And finally, I would like to thank all of you for taking the time to come out here this afternoon and help celebrate this occasion. Thank you, enjoy, and when you want to see me, let's do it probably in the shade. Thank you very much.